to the post-race press conference for the 6 hours of Shanghai. Another fantastic race of strategy and wheel-to-wheel racing here at the penultimate round of the 2016 Championship. And we have race winners. Their fourth win of the season, Mark Webber, Timo Bernhard and Brendan Hartley from the #1 Team Porsche. And we also have Andre Seidel, who will be celebrating, I'm sure, tonight the successful defence of the manufacturer's crown. In second place, we have the #6 Toyota crew of Mike Conway, Stefan Sarazan and Kamui Kobayashi. And in third place, from Toyota Gazoo Racing, Anthony Davidson, Sebastian Buemi and Kazuki Nakajima. So we'll start, if we can, with Brendan. Brendan, you began the race and it was fairly entertaining stuff at the start. You initially lost the lead, but then got it back just before the safety car. And then you had what looked like a giant marble or football come towards you, and which necessitated the change of the front bodywork. Just summarise that opening phase of the race for us.
Yeah, I thought I got the start pretty well, but Sebastian blew past me with a lot of electrical power. So I knew if I could stay close enough, I would have a chance on the backstroke, because I knew I had a good amount left for the end of the lap. I mean, there's a lot of strategy on these opening laps. The safety car came out at really the crucial time for me. I was obviously lucky it didn't come out 50 metres before, because I would have ended up second at that time. But after that, it was a really clean. Actually, on the first lap, yeah, there was a bit going on. Mike was very fair in turn 4 and had a good little scrap, so that was good. And then, yeah, it was a really clean couple of stints right up until 3 laps before the end. And like you said, there was almost a football-sized bit of rubber which took out our front headlights. So again, it was good. We picked up on that, got the change done straight away. Damaged, limitation on damage, and awesome job by Mark and Timo. It was and also, I mean, there wasn't a scratch on the car. The mechanics did perfect pit stops, engineering, strategy. It was really the perfect day for us. So big thanks to the team. Obviously, the number, I think it was the #6, was a bit unlucky with the 2 punctures. Could have been a bit more hot at the end, but either way, we brought it home, and we're very happy.
Well done, Brendan. Congratulations to you. And Timo, you did the second stints at some fantastic times, stellar stints from you. Sort of like Brendan's opening foundation to the race. It really set up a comfortable win in the end today.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Brent laid the ground with his first very good stint. Then took the car over the third stint, and for me, today was not about wheel-to-wheel racing. It was really just about the pit board and me, because it was just watching the gap between me and I think it was Kamui at that time behind, and it was changing like just a few tenths like every couple of laps. So it was like really close. And it was really awesome racing. I enjoyed that a lot, and in the end, that we pulled off that victory is very special. I mean, we know that Mark's retiring at the end of the year, so that's a special one for all 3 of us. We enjoyed it a lot the whole weekend, bring that together. And in the end, yes, a perfect day for Porsche team to win the Manufacturers' Championship again after 2015. It's a great day for the whole team. And if you speak about our perfect race for 2016, it's probably going to be Shanghai. So the whole weekend was great. So thanks, Porsche team. Thanks, Brendan. Thanks, Mark. It's awesome day.
Good job. Well done, Timo. So moving over to Mark. Mark, you're going to miss weekends like this, aren't you? Pole, fastest lap, and a race win. But you had to work for it in some respects today.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think, but today is all about Porsche. I think in the second World Championship for the teams, we've put an immense amount of pressure on the opposition, being Audi and Toyota. This year, Toyota have really been a big fight for us. They've really been an incredible rival, and I think that we, as drivers, we have to take a hat off to the whole team. It's a very technical category, obviously, and operationally the team has just been, this is how Porsche go motor racing. That's how they actually go motor racing, and it's been a real demonstration, and that's been a real honour for me to be involved in, and with Timo and Brendan, and see how we've been able to get these type of results week in, week out, because they don't just fall off the tree, you know. So very special. Obviously, you know, the constructors and Le Mans this year was you know, all you can really hope for as a team. We know Le Mans was under exceptional circumstances and tough against our rivals, but in the end today was I didn't do much driving today, so Timo and Brendan did a great job. It was the foundations. Timo set the car up awesome on Friday afternoon, and without the foundations a little bit more. So we really had a great eye on the race. Communication was as usual on our car on fire, and I think that was laid the foundations for a sensational victory on top of awesome pit stops. And it's the last time I get to have champagne on the podium because if Bahrain goes well, it's still rosewater. But so I told the boys I want bloody champagne in the middle step today, so here we got it, and I blew my head off with it. So it was good to be up there, and big day for the team, absolutely special. Yeah.
Excellent, well done, Mark. Moving on to Andreas. Andreas, we just moved the microphone across. Another successful defence of the title. Just put it into perspective how you've achieved this and how the team has worked this year.
Well, I think first of all, it obviously feels really, really great to win now this Manufacturers' Championship, second time in a row. Before going into more detail, I think it's time also to say on behalf of Fritz and myself, a big thank you to every single member of the team back home in Weissach and also here at the track, to the 6 drivers for the great job and the hard work they do since the beginning of this project, pushing day by day to find the next step of performance. The Manufacturers' Championship, I think, it's a result of a very strong car. I think we have been there in terms of performance in every single race this year. We had great reliability as well, and as Mark touched also, I think the team here also at the track, the mechanics, the engineers, they did a sensational job all year, and in the end, this results in the Manufacturers' Championship. Still, there's one more race to go, there's one more championship open, and we will have some celebrations tonight with the guys, and then the focus from tomorrow onwards is on Bahrain to finish that championship as well, hopefully.
Well done, Andreas, and many congratulations to you and the team. Moving on to second place, Mike, you started the race. Talk us through that opening phase, and how do you view the strong second place today? But of course, do you think potentially could have been more without the punctures?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a good day. The first stint was good. We could kind of see where our pace was and looked stronger than Porsche 2. And it was a shame after that when I jumped back in that I had the 2 punches, but teammates did a really strong job all the way through the race. So I thought at one point after those 2 punches we wouldn't have a chance for even third, but everyone really dug deep and did a really good job. So huge congrats to the team and obviously these guys in Porsche. Great competition all year, and they just had the edge, I think, a little bit on everyone today. Would have been maybe a close fight with no punches, but still, all the same, we fought to the end. So great job everybody, and obviously car 5 being on the podium. It's good to see them here. They've had a tough season, so good job to them as well.
Thank you, Mike, and well done on second place. Moving over to Steph. Steph, like Mike said, a great team performance. Followed up that great win in Fuji 3 weeks ago. How do you look at today's race, and how did it go for you?
Yeah, it's a good race for us. It's not the victory as Fuji, but we had a strong weekend. Very good car, very fast. Car 1 was too fast for us, but we give our best. The puncture was bad, not lucky, but my teammate did a very good job. In my stint, I start well, and after I had some very bad lap with the GT cars. I lost quite a lot, too much, so I was not so happy. But Kamui finished very well with Mike, so we are still in the game for the championship. It will be difficult, but I think 17 points, so we never know what can happen in Bahrain. Our car is fast in quali and in the race, so it's very good, and I'm very excited to go at the last race already.
Nice job, Stefan. Well done today. And moving on to Kamui. Kamui, you enjoyed some of the most intense battles, particularly with Neil Johnny, and fighting with the number 2 throughout the race. Just talk us through how things were you. Was the car performing well for you today?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I think car was pretty good. I was pretty happy from Nishay, and I was confident. The pace so far I think it was good, and also traffic management. Sometimes I had a bad luck, but it's always it happened. But I could catch up car 2, and we had I think 2 times a good fight, and unfortunately we missed maybe fight with car 1 due to the puncture. But I think we had a good recover and finishing second, which is good for us, and for sure I think the finishing the both car on podium. I think it is a good start for us, and of course I think we had really difficult season start, but I think in the end I think we managed really well from I think last few races. So yeah, I think the team had a really great job, and I'm pretty happy for the result.
Well done, Kamui.
Thank you.
Moving on to third place, the number 5 crew, the Toyota 050 Hybrid, and Sebastian, you started the race, initially got the lead, but then seemed to struggle a bit with the tyres or the pickup. Was that what it was? Was it just managing the tyres in that early phase?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was a very tough season for us, so I had to take a lot of risk. There was nothing to lose, and we knew we should be, quite competitive. So I tried to, use a little bit more boost at the start, and then I thought I would manage to save, the rest throughout the lap, but it was just not enough. So fortunately, the safety car came a bit too late. But no, I mean, we didn't really have the pace of car 1, but we were quite competitive. We lost a lot of time at each pit stop. We had a small issue on the car, and we were losing 5 to 7 seconds per pit stop in the end. So that was quite hard, obviously. But quite happy to finally be back on the podium and have we had a clean race other than that. So today was all about the tires for us, trying to keep them in the right window, trying to make sure they were clean. It was never really easy to overtake on the outside of some high-speed corners because you knew you would suffer very much afterwards. But no, really thanks to the team for the good result, and let's now move to Bahrain.
Well done, Sebastian. Great performance today. Moving over to Anthony. Anthony, it seems remarkable. This is the first podium since Silverstone last season. So much bad luck this weekend, so it must be a fantastic relief to get on the podium this season.
Yeah, definitely. Luck hasn't really gone our way. They say you make your own luck in this game, but that's certainly not true. Anyone that watched them on can vouch for that. But no, it feels good to be on the podium again. Unfortunately, it's the lowest position on the podium, but we'll take that today. It's like you say, it's been a long time since Silverstone last season, unbelievably. But it shows as well how far the team's come since that year, last year, where we had a pretty torrid time. So to have 2 cars here on the podium today is a great feat by the team. So really, pleased with how things went today as a team perspective. And obviously well done to Porsche today. They were the benchmark. They had the speed in car number 1, and pretty hard to beat all season. And they've had their fair share of bad luck as well. So I think they can agree that it can come around and bite you. I mean, today, like Seb said, it was all about traffic management, really. We had some good stints, some bad stints, all depending on how much pickup you got, or if it was actually shot at your car and braking it at times, like Brendan suffered. So it was, I've never seen so many marbles out there on a track. They were massive chunks that you just had to avoid, even in a straight line. And if you ran over them, they either got stuck in your bodywork and you lost loads of downforce, or you felt it rubbing on the bottom of the car for lap after lap, and you felt like your suspension was breaking in half sometimes. So really weird stuff going on out there, and it affected everybody's stints up and down. So that was really the story of the day. And when I saw Kamui behind me in the second to last stint, I didn't want to get in his way of car 6's quest for the championship. So I quickly got out of the way and just sort of sat behind, and then focused on trying to catch car 2. I'm not exactly sure what happened in the pit stops and how it panned out, but great that we got them in the end.
Thank you very much, Ant. Well done today. Moving over to Kazuki. Kazuki, there seems to be a pace improvement for your car from Fuji. How did you read it today? What's the summary of the race and the third place that you achieved?
Personally, it was very difficult race for me. I had a quite bad stint, but thanks to my teammate, we managed to be on the podium. Pace-wise, I think we had a good pace, and thanks to the team's effort, we managed to have a reasonable car for the race. Still, we missed a little bit compared to other cars, but anyway, we had so many bad lucks this year, so I hope this is kind of turning point to turn over the bad luck.